Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. I thought this another one. I thought I covered this, and I had this before, and I don't know what happened to my copy. When I moved from Texas to Mississippi, I left a good chunk of myself out in Texas for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Not exactly sure on the time frame. And when I went out to get my stuff, I packed it all up in one day and left, and got here trying to pack it, started realizing stuff was missing. This is a DVD that's missing. So I got a recent copy. I think I probably did. This is Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl of Rama. And a bowling alley from hell, there's only one way to score. Look at that cover. Let's see. Let me try something. There are no freshmen in the College of 11 and are about to graduate to Madcap Man when a sorority prank goes crazy. Out to steal a trophy from a local bowling alley, the kids accidentally unleash the imp. A sadistic little spirit with a diabolical sense of humor. He creates demons and loves sexy women. He's the original party animal. Inviting you to come along and die laughing just like everybody else. The sorority babes won't live through initiation, but don't blame that cute little killer. He's evil by nature and funny as hell. Even if you take a joke, it kills you. 1987, Titan Productions. This is a Linnea Quigley, Robin Rochelle, Brink Stevens, Michelle McKellen, which is Michelle Bauer. Who else? A couple other people you'd recognize. But I'm trying to see. Is this not? Did they not credit? Who's the director? It's produced by David Ducato and John Schwaller. But David Ducato is one of the first big David Ducato films. You know David Ducato. All right, and there it is. And it's a Koch release. Ain't done special too. All right, real simple. Michelle Bauer, Brink Stevens are pledging the sorority. Robin Rochelle leads it. She was the lead girl in the original Slum Party Massacre. And was supposedly, people thought she was going to have a big career because she was like dated Stallone for a while, but she had issues and she's dead now. And you hear suicide, you hear maybe not, so I don't know on that. But as they're at the sorority house getting initiated, these couple of geeks from I think they're from like a fraternity, show up and they're like peeping the windows, get busted. So they got to go to this local bowling alley and steal this bowling trophy. The trophy gets broken open and they end up being trapped in there. And Linnea Quigley ends up being there. She's like a gutter punk that's trying to steal something from the bowling alley. They get trapped there with Robin Michelle and the rest of them. The imp keeps on possessing people and killing people. That's the whole plot. It's one of those where the title is why people remember this and why people rented it back then. But it's the cast. I mean, okay, this is 87, so you get Linnea Quigley, who was a big-time screen queen at the time. Basically playing her character from Return of the Living Dead. But I bet it's one of the few Linnea films where she doesn't get naked. You got Brink Stevens and Michelle Bauer, who were huge screen queens at the time, still do movies. Brinky will probably, a little trivia about Brink, she was at one time, the Stevens name, it's because at one time she was married to Dave Stevens, the guy who created The Rocketeer, and the character of Betty in the Rocketeer comic, and I don't remember what they renamed her in the movie, is based on Betty Page and Brink Stevens. Like, Brink got her start in fandom dressing up as, like, Vampirella and other characters at cons. Back in the 70s, I think, because she's a little bit older than I am. She's in her 50s, if not pushing 60. Michelle Bauer, of course, everybody knows, she started off doing some modeling and did some movies that you have to show ID to see, and some states you might not be able to get a hold of. And then she went on to do movies with Michelle Bauer. She changed her name from Michelle Bauer to Michelle McClennan and a couple other things for a little while because like an ex-husband was bitching at her, but she went back to it. Just a great fun. I mean, it's the weird thing about it is it's sleazy, but it's like the sleaziness is almost contained to the first like 20 minutes. Like when they're getting initiated in the shores, there's a scene where Brink and Michelle got to pull their shirts off, they get sprayed with whipped cream. They get spanked. There's a long scene where they're taking a shower, washing the whipped cream off. You know exactly what these scenes are for. But once they get to the bowling alley, that kind of shit, this pretty just comes like a horror comedy. And a fun one at that. It's one where I know this has got a Blu-ray. I just don't have it. There's no extras on this as far as I remember. And honestly, the cover looks real similar to the old VHS cover. Because I saw this on VHS back then. I rented it and was like, holy shit. Made a copy of it. Saw it a million times. Forgot about it when Netflix first started. I did not have Netflix at first, but a buddy of mine did. I rented it. He rented it for me and made me a copy. Then I bought one. And that's, like I said, one of the DVDs that got lost. Along with a shit pile of, like, burnt Dreamcast games, but my Dreamcast was still there. I don't get it. But yeah, check this out. Definitely. Well, hope y'all enjoyed that, man. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.